Good morning, my name is Jacob Folger. I'm an artist sculptor, and Happy New Year. This is actually January 1st, 2017, starting a new year. And I thought I would do a video today. This is going to be a mini tutorial. You may follow along, and we are going to make the face of a cat. And the reason why I do these little videos is to show you how I teach, so that people can learn, and the techniques I teach are very easy to follow. And so what we're going to do is start off with a ball of clay. This is black. I like black because I like it how it looks, the finishes look on it that I do. And this is Sculpt 3 polymer clay. So start off with a little ball. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thumbs and I'm going to press in like this to create the outline of the eyes and the bridge of the nose right there. Now I'm going to take just a little piece of clay to terminate the nose right here. That's going to kind of be the tip of the nose. And then I'm going to blend it in. When I say blend it in, what I mean is I'm taking my thumb. You can also use a tool or another finger. And I'm just moving the clay over to the other part that it's joining to, so that it's all blended together. So it's called blending. I call it blending. Okay. So we have the nose looks like that so far. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a ball of clay. I'm going to set this down for a minute. Just roll this in the palm of my hand, palms of my hands. Let me just check that out. See, is that the right size? Yeah, I think that'll be about right. I'm going to roll 2 balls that size. Let's see how close I am. I'm a little bit big on that second one. Let me see. Alright. I think this should be right now. Yeah, okay. Now what I do is I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to press it in on that side of the nose, and this one on that side of the nose, on the other side of the nose. Let's press it in there. And what I'm doing here is I'm creating the whisker area where the whiskers go on the cat, on his face. And I'm blending it in all the way around. For those of you that watch my videos, you know I don't really use tools that much. I try to use my fingers as much as possible. But for this right here, I'm going to go ahead and use this tool here, and I'm just going to blend it in, tight with the nose there. Like that. And then I'm just gonna try to blend that in around the at the base there in the middle. His whisker area turned out a little bigger than I had planned, but I think it's gonna be okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit more clay to the end of his nose to bring it out closer to even with the whisker area. There we go. And then I'll go ahead and take the tool. It's just that the tool is, smaller than my fingers. Actually, in certain instances, for that reason, it works better, to have that. So the nose is actually kind of shape of a little heart, as you can see there. Okay. Now I'm going to take just a little bit of clay here. That's probably too big. And I'm going to make that his mouth. I'm going to set it there, and you can see it's a little bit back from the front of the whisker area. and then I'll blend that in at the back. Okay, then we've got his eyes. I'll use another tool here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 2 little eye sockets. And this is how I build it. I build an animal or even a person's eyes. If you've seen my videos, you've seen me do this many times. So basically I have 2 eye sockets now. They're the same depth. I don't want them to be in the same, about the same size. I don't want them to be far different from each other. And now I'm going to roll a little bit of clay for his eyeballs. And see how they're going to fit there. It's a little bit big. I'm going to make it a little smaller. Just pinch off a piece. And that's one eyeball. And the other eyeball. Now, to give the appearance to the cat that he has eyesight, he has to have pupils in his eyes. And so to create the pupils, what I do is I take a tool like this wood tool here, and I basically just put an indentation in the center of the eyeball, like that. And I do the same thing on the other side. And that basically kind of gives him life. And then what I'll do is I'll take a little noodle of clay about that big, and I'll put that over the top of his eye. And I'll get another one for the other side. That one's a little bit too big, so let me take some of that off there. I actually made a cat the day before yesterday. It's a little meditating cat, and I started the mold. The mold is almost done. I was working on the mold last night, and he's already in my shop though as a made to order, so if you want to go check him out, he's there. And I'm also going to show a picture of him right now. That's him in the purple bronze finish, which is just gorgeous. And he's going to be pretty soon available in a number of other finishes. He's only 2.5 inches tall. I like doing little small things. They're fun. So all I'm doing here is I'm just blending the top of the eyelids into his forehead. Just kind of trying to neaten it up here a little bit. And now what I'm going to do is make his ears. So I want to show you something about ears, okay? A lot of people will ask me, they'll say, how do you make the ears the same size? I do that, you know, I'll tell you what, the main thing about sculpting is practice. Once you're practicing and you get your hands used to doing this, you know, you can make just about anything, really, especially with this technique I'm teaching, which is simple shapes. Forming simple shapes and assembling them to create figures and faces and basically anything. Well, the thing to do in the beginning is roll 2 balls the same size. If you roll it on one end like that, it kind of makes it a point. And then you can flatten it a little bit, not all the way, just flatten it, you know, maybe like that. And you've got one ear made. And then you do it again you make the other ear before you start putting them on the head, because you want them to be the same, basically. So now they're the same. All you have to do is basically keep them that size when you're putting them on the head. So you decide where you're going to put them. And I'm going to put them right here. And just press them into place. And then here. So you can see they're in the same spot on the head here. And then just blend them in all the way around. And that is how you make ears the same size. This is really simple way to sculpt. There's other ways to sculpt. You can carve, you can build, just take little bits of clay and build up, adding as you go. You know, there's a number of ways. That's, you know, with clay, of course. And there's other types of clay too. There's self-hardening clay, and there's paper clay, and a lot of people seem to like polymer clay, but there are other things that you can sculpt in. And we even do, I even have a video on how to sculpt wire and make a bonsai tree on my channel here. I'd like to invite you to check out the channel, you know, maybe subscribe and watch some videos. It's free, I mean, why not? And people find it very easy to learn, and they like my style of teaching, so I think you'd probably like it. So then all I'm doing here is I'm just taking this tool and I'm kind of creating a rib right here on top of his ear, just to make it a little bit more natural looking. Now this is a roughed-in version just for demonstration purposes, and again, you can follow along and make this very cat, or one like it. But it may be a little bit rougher until you practice and get your hands used to doing this sort of thing. You also can take a tool like this. It's called a ball tool. They come in different sizes. There's one size there. Here's another size here. You can use these to smooth the clay. You can wet them with water, and it makes it a little bit easier for sliding over it. And you can also wet them in alcohol. Wet it in alcohol and use it. You can also use a brush like this and brush on alcohol to get the finish smooth, if you like. It takes a while, but you know, it actually gets it pretty smooth. And there's I'll put in the video description a link to two videos I did, part 1 and part 2 recently, of about smoothing clay, so you can see how that's done there. And then I also often show people how to do finishes. This is a bronze powder, and it's one that you can use to create you know, like a little bronze finish on your sculptures. And goes on like that. It's kind of an antique-y finish, you know. And I usually put it on with my finger to begin with, and then whatever I can't reach, you know, I'll touch up with a brush. But the idea for this finish is not necessarily to you know, drown out all the black. I mean, you know, I'm trying to basically let some of that black be there. The eyes are kind of hard to reach, so I'm going to use the brush a little bit here. As you can see, I'm giving a real light touch, and you can see that most of the videos, you know, I show how to do my finishes on them too. You know, once we've done the sculpture, and you can see. So there it is. I mean, it's a pretty cool little cat, and you can see it makes it obtainable. You know, that's what's neat about it. And the classes too. So I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel and watch some videos and make some sculptures. And I'd like it if you wouldn't mind sending me pictures to my email address, which is on my channel page about section. You can find the email address there. And if you like this kind of content, again, please subscribe to the channel. And if you like the video, please, well, of course, rate it either way. And leave me a comment and tell me what you think. And I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate your support. Have a great day.